Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Monday, July 12, 2021, regular meeting of the Gladstone City Council. Call this meeting to order. Seventh item is the communications from our audience. Members of the audience are invited to speak about any topic that's not listed on tonight's agenda. When speaking, please step up to the podium, state your name and your address for the record, and then limit your comments to 5 minutes.
My name is Bob Bateman, 209 Northwest 73rd Street, Gladstone. I'm here tonight to inform people and educate people about how important the cave is to Gladstone, how very important it is. Gladstone is divided up into different districts, and this cave drains at least 60 acres. And that's 45 football fields is what this cave drains. And it drains about 300 properties, businesses up and down North Oak. You've got different strip centers. You have up there by 7711 where there's 300 mini storage units. It drains where that motor home park is. And all these businesses are adding more water all the time. Like a year ago, up there where the have their motor homes, I counted 42 of them. Now there's 82. This cave is a very, very valuable asset. If you didn't have this cave, I don't think you could have done this Gladstone downtown. That's how valuable it is. And I've had a professional look at it, and he said it's worth at least over $1 million. $1.8 million, he said. I'm here to inform you that I would be interested in a situation where that won't really that you could accept, and by that I mean, you know, paying me monthly payments is what I would be interested in, and it would I think that it would help Gladstone out too. But all these places up and down North Oak, up and down, even where I live, I was surprised that I didn't know anything about all these underground pipes. The city has been using this for the last 20 years and has never told me about these underground pipes that they had been using. I didn't know anything about it. Nothing. And Mr. Wingerson sure didn't. He was very active in those days, and he didn't tell me one word. So this is a very, Gladstone is very lucky to have this cave in there. It has saved them a lot of money, and it will in the future. This cave, we don't know how far back it goes. I hired some professionals to go in there, and they went in there 400 feet, and it was still going. So we don't know. You know, it did belong to one of the founders of Gladstone, and he had a lot of very important property, and this cave was one of them. And he made sure that he owned that cave. So think of all the properties that this cave benefits. And, you know, it's something that over time, I think, you know, that you can live with, and hope that we can come to some resolution on the price, because you're going to continue, you know, have more homes, more businesses, you know, and this you can't do it without that cave.
Thank you, Bob. Any other member of the audience requesting to speak? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Jim Oldebecken. I wasn't planning on speaking, and I decided to after hearing this gentleman's comments. I'm a citizen just like Mr. Bateman is. I've had concerns about flooding in my neighborhood like he has. There are 2,700, 5,000 citizens of this community based on the signs I see by the side of the road. This man is one of 27,500 people. And when I hear comments about demands for payments, monthly payments because of flooding problems on a hole in the ground, I have a lot of concerns. That isn't available for the public to see. He has his no trespassing sign, so can we validate what this magnificent cave is? And I have very recently, got my hands on the stormwater plan for the city. I saw a lot of projects on there, and this is just one. And I want to talk about multiplication. I don't know that the city has had a demand like this over stormwater, where someone wants, a citizen here wants this city, all these citizens, to pay him a monthly amount. This property that he's referring to, he invited me to see it, and I took him up on that, is located in the very northwest corner. And it's so hard, it's so small you can't even really see it on a map of the city unless you really zoom in. It's very small, it's way up in the corner. And so I have a lot of concerns. I have some concerns with statements that are made that I don't consider accurate. One has to do with the location of the cave. Here is a map I received from the city. And that's a little small 2-acre property there. This cave's a lot bigger than that. It wouldn't even fit into there, or a hole in the ground. I think it's important for people to remember, well, let me just cut to the chase. I would like to ask for the city's cooperation. I would like to see the documents that this gentleman is referring to. He quotes documents and studies. I haven't seen them. I would like to. So this is my request, and I'll follow up in writing. I'd like to request all the documents you've given to him so I, as a citizen, can see this also. And then finally, I want to say, I'm very concerned about the lack of sunshine on this whole matter. And it's really not the fault of the city. I love everything I've gotten from the city regarding my request. But if we ask the community, our citizens, please do this. I hope you'll all ask our neighbors, are you aware of Bateman versus Gladstone? It's a lawsuit. It's filed in Clay County Court. And so I'll follow up on my request for information, but this is my commitment and my encouragement that we all provide a lot of sunshine on this, because the citizens are the ones who are really responsible. And I'm going to close with reading Section 1, Article 1 of the Constitution of Missouri. And this is the responsibility of citizens to be able to stand up to this. Section 1, source of political power. origin, basis, and aim of government, that all political power is vested in and derived from the people, and that all government of right originates from the people, is founded on their will only, and is instituted solely for the good of the whole. We can't be good citizens and express our First Amendment rights until we have information. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Olderbecken. Is there anybody else that would like to speak to the City Council this evening? Thank you.